You talk too much, and it's costing you respect. You feel it, you just refuse to admit it. You think silence makes you invisible. You think speaking proves value. That belief is wrong. Sigmund Freud warned that the unconscious always betrays weakness. Every extra word leaks need. Every explanation begs approval. You notice it in rooms. The loud ones get ignored. The quiet ones control the energy. You speak to be liked. Others stay silent to be feared or respected. And deep down, you know this truth hurts. Because silence feels risky. Silence feels like exposure. So you fill gaps, you over-explain. You laugh when nothing is funny. Why? Because you fear judgment. Freud called this anxiety displacement. You talk to relieve inner tension, not to transmit power. Ask yourself this question. Who controls conversations you remember most? The one who spoke endlessly, or the one who waited? Your weakness is not your intelligence. Your weakness is poor strategic restraint. Silence is not absence. Silence is positioning. Intelligent people speak less because they think more. Because they observe predators and prey. Because they understand leverage. This video shows you why silence signals dominance and how speech exposes hierarchy. In this video, you'll learn why silence triggers cognitive dissonance in others, how talking reveals covert contracts you don't realize, why predators listen while prey performs, how intelligent silence rewires power dynamics, why the final principle changes how people treat you forever. Stay until the end, because the last rule separates leaders from noise. Principle number 1. Silence creates information asymmetry. Silence is a weapon. Words are ammunition. When you speak less, you gather data. When you speak more, you leak it. Information asymmetry means one side knows more. And power always flows toward knowledge. Freud understood this. The ego is not master in its own house. You reveal thoughts before understanding others. That makes you predictable. Predators never rush. Lions don't explain intentions. Hyenas do. You speak when nervous. You justify when uncertain. You narrate instead of observe. Stop. Command your tongue. Delay responses by 3 seconds. Count to 3. Watch what happens. People fill silence with truth. They expose motives. They betray insecurity. And once you see this, you never unsee it. But silence alone isn't enough. Next, you'll learn why talking is emotional bleeding. Principle number 2. Excessive talking signals emotional leakage. Words are symptoms. Silence is control. When you talk too much, emotions lead. When you speak less, logic commands. Freud called this effect discharge. You release emotion through speech. That's not communication. That's relief seeking. Powerful minds don't seek relief. They tolerate pressure. Think warfare. A soldier who panics fires wildly. A sniper waits. You overshare to feel safe. You explain to be understood. You talk to soothe anxiety. That makes you readable. Readable means controllable. Predators scan tone, timing, posture. They smell emotional imbalance instantly. Correct this now. Lower your voice. Shorten your sentences. End statements without justification. Silence after speaking increases weight. It forces others to lean in. Ask yourself this. Do you speak to inform or to be accepted? Because the next rule exposes why intelligence prefers distance. Principle number 3. Intelligence seeks position, not attention. Attention is cheap. Position is rare. Loud people chase eyes. Smart people claim space. Freud understood hierarchy instincts. Humans sense rank unconsciously. You don't need to announce authority. Authority is felt. Foxes don't bark. Wolves don't chatter. You enter rooms performing. Intelligent people enter measuring. They read micro-expressions. They track alliances. They map influence silently. You talk to join. They wait to decide. Shift now. When entering conversations, speak last. Ask one sharp question, then stop. Let silence stretch. Let discomfort rise. That discomfort elevates you. Because control lives inside restraint. But silence has a deeper layer. And it lives in your shadow. Principle number 4: silence integrates the shadow. Your shadow speaks when you won't shut up. Freud's shadow lives beneath awareness. It leaks through nervous speech. Silence forces confrontation with fear, with ego, with inadequacy. Most people avoid this. They distract themselves with noise. Intelligent people don't escape discomfort. They metabolize it. Shadow integration means owning impulses without acting. Feeling emotion without broadcasting. You gain gravity. You gain presence. Others feel it. They don't know why. Command this practice. Sit in silence daily. 10 minutes, no input. Notice urges to speak. Don't obey them. And once silence becomes natural, you unlock the most dangerous advantage of all. Principle number 5: silence forces projection and psychological mirroring. Silence is empty space. Humans hate empty space. When you don't speak, others project. They fill gaps with fears, hopes, and assumptions. Freud called this projection. People assign their inner chaos onto you. You stay quiet. They imagine strength or threat. This is not magic. It's instinct. Prey chatter to signal safety. Predators go still to unsettle. When you explain yourself, you remove mystery. When you stay silent, you become the unknown. And the unknown dominates attention. Watch this happen. Ask a sharp question. Then stop talking. Maintain eye contact. Count to 3. Watch what happens. They rush to justify. They overshare. They reveal leverage. You gain information without effort. Silence doesn't make you invisible. It makes others exposed. But there's a darker reason intelligent people speak less. Principle number 6: talking reveals covert contracts. Every unnecessary word hides a demand. Freud understood this. Speech often masks unmet needs. You talk hoping for approval. You explain hoping for agreement. You joke hoping for acceptance. That's a covert contract. I give you words, you give me validation. Powerful people never bargain like this. Silence carries no request. Silence signals self-sufficiency. When you speak less, people feel it. They sense you don't need them. That flips the hierarchy. Foxes negotiate. Lions observe. End covert contracts now. Stop explaining motives. Stop defending decisions. Stop narrating emotions. State facts. Then stop. Ask yourself this question. What are you secretly asking for when you talk? Because the next principle explains why silence makes others chase you. Principle number 7: silence creates cognitive dissonance. People expect reciprocity. You break it. You don't mirror energy. You don't overreact. You don't fill silence. That creates tension. Freud described this as psychic imbalance. The mind seeks closure. When you deny it, people lean toward you. They talk more, they invest more, they chase equilibrium. This is social gravity. Loud people repel. Silent people pull. Use this strategically. Respond slower than expected. Shorten replies. Pause before answering. Let them feel unfinished. And now listen carefully. Because the next rule is the one few can handle. Principle number 8: silence signals internal authority. Authority doesn't rush. Authority doesn't explain. Authority doesn't convince. Authority assumes compliance. Freud believed confidence stabilizes the ego. Neurotic minds seek reassurance. Stable minds don't. You talk fast when uncertain. You talk slow when grounded. Silence communicates inner order. Think battlefield command. A panicked general shouts. A confident one whispers. Lower volume. Reduce words. Increase pauses. People adjust to you. And once you master this, silence becomes something else entirely. Principle number 9: silence is strategic intimidation. This is not aggression. This is presence. Predators don't threaten. They loom. Silence huddles weak minds. It forces self-awareness. You don't argue. You don't react. You let discomfort grow. Others rush to resolve it. That's dominance. But misuse this, and you fail. Silence without confidence looks awkward. Silence with posture looks dangerous. Stand still. Hold eye contact. Speak last. Stay until the end. Because the final synthesis determines whether silence empowers you or isolates you. Now connect the pattern. You speak less. You reveal less. You observe more. That's not passivity, that's positioning. Freud warned that the unconscious obeys symbols, not explanations. Silence becomes a symbol of certainty. Others feel it before they understand it. You are not quiet because you lack ideas. You are quiet because your mind moves faster than your mouth. This is the difference between noise and signal. Hyenas bark to feel powerful. Lions conserve energy. Silence sharpens perception. Speech dulls it. When you stop filling space, you control it. What happens if you ignore this rule? Let's be ruthless. If you keep talking too much, you leak power. You explain yourself into weakness. You justify yourself into irrelevance. You talk yourself out of respect. People stop listening. They interrupt you. They dismiss you. Why? Because you trained them to. You taught them that your words are cheap, abundant, unfiltered. That's cognitive devaluation. Freud called this ego collapse. You outsource authority to others. Ask yourself this: who talks the most in weak groups? The insecure, the nervous, the uncentered. Do you want to be heard, or do you want to be felt? Because silence makes you felt. Here's the shift. You stop performing. You start observing. You stop reacting. You start choosing. You speak only when your words alter outcomes. This changes everything. People lean in, rooms recalibrate. Power dynamics tilt. You become the fox who waits, the wolf who watches, the lion who doesn't announce arrival. Count to 3 before you answer next time. Watch what happens. They adjust to you. That's dominance without aggression. Burn this into your behavior. Speak last in meetings. Cut explanations by half. Replace opinions with pauses. Answer questions with questions. Let others rush. You don't. Silence is not emptiness. It's compression. And compressed energy explodes on command. This path isolates weak minds. Some people will call you cold. Others will feel threatened. That's the price. Power filters relationships. Freud knew this. So did Machiavelli. You don't gain influence by being liked. You gain it by being respected. And respect begins where unnecessary speech ends. Stay until the end because this final decision matters. If this changed how you see yourself, act now. Subscribe. This channel teaches psychological sovereignty. Like the video. Signal strength to the algorithm. Comment below. Silence is power. Say it publicly. Own it privately. Because from now on, you don't speak to be heard. You speak to command.